In today's video, I'm sharing 3 things that help me keep my spirits high during my battle with cancer. That's next. Stay tuned. Welcome to Midlife Mama. I'm Teffani. I'm a midlife mom. I'm a cancer warrior. And on this channel, you'll see videos and vlogs related to all of those things. If you are new here, if we are just meeting for the first time, hi and welcome. If you are a regular viewer, thank you so much for rocking with me and welcome back. Before I get into the video, make sure you are subscribed. Hit the bell so you are notified every time I post a video. In today's video, I will be sharing 3 things that help me keep my spirit high during this fight with cervical cancer. If this is your first video and you want to catch up on the entire story, you can check the playlist that's linked here and also in the description box down below. So right now I am 3 months post chemo. I had my last chemotherapy treatment on May 27th of this year. And my last scan showed no evidence of disease. I am headed to Georgia next month for my first surveillance visit, which is, they're going to check me out and everything. So I'll update you guys on that, but I'm headed to Georgia next month for that. If you have been following this journey, then you know that along the way, positivity and joy have reigned supreme. And I want to share with you guys 3 things that have helped me sustain that along the way. So if you're ready, let's go. Number 1 is faith and prayer. Now I gotta say and be honest and say that at the initial diagnosis, I didn't automatically go to that spot. I didn't automatically start praying and go to faith. I didn't get there automatically. I was in the hospital and I had a conversation with someone very close to me who reminded me what God says about healing. And we had that conversation on the day I got diagnosed while I was laying in a hospital bed, and we had that conversation. So my friends and family and my immediate circle, along with me, we began to just pray. We began to pray, and I began to get into the Word of God and the Scriptures and remember and remind myself what God says about healing. And that is how I got to this place, to faith and prayer. Now, prayer has continued, and I know some of you, if you're watching, some of you have joined in on that and continue to pray, and I appreciate those prayers. I felt every single one of them, and God heard every single one of them. And I want you guys to know that if you said even a small prayer just once, I just want you to know that it helped. So prayer continues. We are praying continually. One thing I have learned during my faith walk, and this is not to say that my faith walk has been perfect. I have not been perfect. But what I do know is that in my faith walk with God, what I have learned is that you pray and you don't worry. You pray and you don't fear. You pray and you don't fret. And so I prayed, I continued to pray, but the worry, I could not live in that space. The fear, I could not continue to live in that space. That is where your faith comes in. You pray and then you trust God to do what He says. So that is what I did, because that is what I know, right? You pray and you trust God and you trust that He is going to do what He says, and that's it. So you can't continue to walk in fear. You can't continue to walk in sadness. So for me, I'm a happy, joyful person anyway. So I had to get back to that. God's got it, and that's it. My faith remains there, steadfast and strong. God will do what He said He will do, and that's it. Number 2, protecting my peace and some self-care to go along with that. Now, because we had such strong faith that the outcome of this, because we were believing God for for healing and all of that. And because we were choosing not to walk in fear and choosing not to walk in sadness and choosing not to live under that cloud, I had to make some cuts. I had to make some cuts. It's gonna sound harsh, but I really could not afford to let anyone who could not get to that place, that faith, that place where they could be in agreement with me, who could not get past their own fear and their own sadness and their own negativity. I could not allow those people into my space where they could disrupt my faith or knock me off my stance. And I couldn't afford to let anyone like that into my inner circle. So I kept those people on the outskirts. Not that I don't love those people, but they had to be loved from afar. So anyone with who couldn't do it, who couldn't see past their own sadness, fear, and negativity, I had to cut those people off and keep them at arm's length. And I know that sounds harsh, but protecting my peace and protecting my faith was a form of self-care for me. And at this point, when you are in the fight for your life, you cannot afford to be distracted by someone else's fear. Right? Let me say that again. When you are in a fight for your life, you can't afford to be distracted by someone else's fear. So I had to have a militant style approach to protecting my faith and protecting my peace. I couldn't have people penetrating that. So sometimes you got to make the cut. Sometimes you just got to make the cut for your own good, for your life, for your own good, so you can fight. Number 3, normality. Now, we are believing God for complete healing. We are believing God for restoration. That was the only outcome for us. And so it was important for us to keep our household normal. It was important for my family to keep things on a normal scale, right? So because I've been diagnosed does not mean I stopped being mommy. I'm still mommy, even though I've been diagnosed. So I continue to be mommy in the fight, and the bills don't stop. So I went back to work. And we live in a house where love and laughter is ever present, and none of that changed. And that was important for not only me, it was important for my daughter, for Nevaeh, it was important for my mom, my brother, and my niece. Things had to be business as usual around here. We had to still have a happy home, have a joyful home. We still needed to laugh and be happy about things. Mommy's filming. Say hi.
Hi.
Look how big she's getting, you guys.
I got my doll.
You got your dolls. She's getting so big. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. So let mommy finish filming, and then I'll come out, okay?
Okay.
All right, guys. So that's it. Those are the 3 things that helped me sustain my positive and joyful outlook on things. I remain in that same space, positive and joyful. And so let's just recap. The first thing was faith and prayer. The second thing was protecting your peace and self-care. And the third thing was normality. Keeping things status quo, business as usual. Before I get out of here, I have to say that every cancer battle is different. One cancer patient's journey will be different than mine, but this is what worked for me. Here's what I do know that is universal. Your outlook, what you say, and how you think about your diagnosis will affect your healing. So live, speak, and think life. I'll leave it there. Give this video a big thumbs up if it helped. Share this video with someone you think it might help. Subscribe before you go if you haven't already, so you don't miss the next video. Check the description box down below for links. Comment down below. Let me know how you're doing, and let me know you were here. Say hi. If you have any words of encouragement or anything like that, make sure to populate the comments down below with all that positivity Follow me on Instagram for weekly-ish updates. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.